Hello everybody, it's Explore Vegas, and today we are at the Bellagio Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. We're coming at you with another buffet review. The buffet at the Bellagio always used to be known as one of the best buffets in town. In particular, they were known for serving king crab legs. This buffet was one of the few that reopened after the pandemic, and the premium offerings didn't initially make their way back. The price for the buffet has jumped up and down. Initially it opened only for brunch, and later they reintroduced dinner, but dinner isn't served daily. Currently, the buffet is open daily for brunch at a price tag of $54.99 and Wednesday through Sunday for dinner at a price tag of $79.99. Hours in operation and prices seem to change frequently here, so please consult their website for the most up-to-date information. Today, we are reviewing one of their evening holiday feast dinner buffets with a price tag of $85.99. Last year, we briefly saw king crab legs for the holidays. Will there be any nice surprises this year? You'll just have to keep watching to find out. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let us show you all the dishes in this holiday feast dinner buffet. First up, a juice bar with strawberry, orange, peach, and mango juice. They also have Dole Whip and Strawberry Whip. Now let's have a look at the carving station. There's jalapenos, roasted chicken, turkey breast, and cranberry sauce. Here's some turkey gravy, pork ribs, and roasted pig. Don't forget the barbecue sauce. Looks like they have some chimichurri and béarnaise sauce. They are carving prime rib, brisket, and roast beef here at the carvery. Add a little creamy horseradish, brown gravy, or au jus to that. There's another delightful shot of that meat. Here's mashed potatoes, biryani rice, Brussels sprouts, and sweet potatoes. Here are lamb chops, and mac and cheese. Here is seafood paella. I love that the paella is made freshly right next to the display. Some crushed pepper and Parmesan cheese. You know what that means, the pizza's coming. It's just cheese and bread, don't eat the bread. There's mushroom pizza, margarita pizza, cheese pizza, and pepperoni pizza. Here's multigrain bread, cranberry bread, and dinner rolls. Don't eat the bread. And of course, the star of the buffet, the steamed snow crab legs. Although they pre-plate them for you, you can ask them to put more on your plate. I sure do. I know you're thinking, where's the butter? Here it is. Here's the clarified butter. Get yourself some steamed rice. Carb yourself up and fill yourself up if you like. Here's your sesame balls and your steamed pork buns. Here's your pork and shrimp shumai. This is sweet and sour pork. Here's fried rice. Here's beef with broccoli. Sweet and spicy noodles. And some chili wings. Spicy. Here's chicken Alfredo. Tortellini pesto, pomodoro, some Brussels sprouts with pearl onions, carrots, and more mashed potatoes. This one looks very buttery. Grab yourself some more carbs over here at the noodle station. Here's sea bass, salmon, oysters Rockefeller, Here's a seafood cioppino with some snow crab mixed in there. Some nice fresh oysters on the half shell. Don't forget to add some mignonette. Here's shrimp ceviche. Some lemon wedges. This they call seafood deli. Looks like a few shrimps escaped. Here's seaweed salad. Here's shrimp cocktail, and they're peeled. Nobody makes me peel my own shrimp. Here are mussels. Looks like High Tide took some of the cocktail sauce out of the bin. Now that we toured the seafood, we'll turn around and take a look at the salad bar. Here's cherry tomatoes, olives, pico de gallo, garbanzo beans and carrots. There's some hard-boiled eggs, some iceberg lettuce, and some spring mix. There's crumbled blue and cheddar cheese. There's also Caesar blue cheese ranch Italian, Thousand Island, and balsamic dressing. Here's some croutons. Here's beet salad. Ugh. Here's a kale salad. Some strawberries. They do have made-to-order hand rolls here. There's some wasabi and pickled ginger. Here is assorted sushi. They have some nigiri. They also have salmon and tuna poke. Ooh, what's left of the tuna nigiri? Here's New England clam chowder. Here's chicken noodle soup. This is miso soup. Here's tomato bisque. Creamy. Some assorted bread. Don't eat the bread. Here is some fresh seasonal fruit, some oranges, pears, and whatnot. We've got black raisins, gold raisins, banana chips, dried cranberries, peanut butter, and almonds. Have some butter and a cracker if it excites you. Now let's look at some desserts. You got your ice cream toppings. And then for ice cream, there is vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, lemon sorbet, and raspberry sorbet. Here are strawberry cream puffs. And some more cream puffs. Here's some gingerbread panna cotta, some pecan pie. How about some key lime pie? Here's some holiday swirl cake, tiramisu, and carrot cake. Some assorted macarons, some chocolate pudding, strawberry panna cotta, sugar-free raspberry mousse, pistachio cake pops. There's some vegan and gluten-free chocolate cake, some jelly donuts, some Rice Krispies treats and April strudels. My favorite, the creme brulee. There's your bread pudding and apple cobbler. Let's watch them whip up some more creme brulee. Man, oh man, I never get tired of it. For those who want adult drinks, they do have a cash bar on hand. They do have self-serve beverage stations sprinkled throughout the buffet. You can get sodas, juices, coffee, and tea, maybe even some hot chocolate. I'm hungry, time to get food. Let's go see what they have to eat. Some nigiri. Oh, even some salmon poke. Oysters. Love their sea bass. Let's see, some salmon as well. Gotta have one oyster at Rockefeller. And it is already a full plate. Here at the Bellagio for their holiday feast buffet. It is Christmas Eve. What better way to start than with shrimp cocktail already peeled, because nobody makes me peel my own shrimp. Let's get into it. Fresh, delicious, perfect. Cocktail sauce is just right. This shrimp here, it's called Seafood Deli. I see that it's not just shrimp, it has some kind of seasoning on there. And there's like some squid rings and other stuff in there. Kind of has a little dill taste to it. Bits of scallop in there as well. Both very nice ways to start your meal. I'm going to move on to some of the raw bar and some of the cooked seafood here. Let's see, they had tuna poke. Let's get into that. Ooh, a little kick of spice in there. I suspect it'll be the same in the salmon poke. A little less spice in the salmon than the tuna, go figure. You think it's coming, and then it's not. They do have some nigiri. There's a shrimp. It's nigiri, it'll do. It's not bad for a buffet sushi, because usually that buffet sushi is kind of like, nah. But it's actually not bad. The tuna nigiri was nice. A little garlic on the top, looks like the salmon does as well. Let's try that out. Little kick to that salmon, but it was fresh and delicious. This is one of Mrs. Explorer Vegas's favorites. She's not feeling well today, so I'm on my own trying the food here. But man, let's see. Let's let her know if it would be dance worthy. Should I try to dance like her? I don't know. I can't do it the way she does it. But that was pretty good. That was fresh. They also had oyster Rockefeller. So this has like some spinach and bacon like baked into the oyster. Some cream. Let's get into this. You know, I've actually had oysters Rockefeller at this very buffet. And at times, I felt like it was just dried out and there wasn't much oyster in there. Today, pretty good. Let's get into the salmon, a little piece in. This is actually moist and fresh. It's so busy here today, I bet they're just restocking over and over again. Let's get into the sea bass. That's actually like something I look forward to at the Bellagio buffet because no other buffet has it. It's like meaty, creamy, and tasty. They do sea bass right here. I am going to finish this seafood, and I will be right back. I'm going to line up for crab legs here. Thank you. Put a couple more on there. Thank you. Perfect, perfect. A little paella. Nice. Make our way back.
Hi, Gail.
Hey, Gail. Gail, look who I ran into here at the Bellagio buffet. Danny's got a good plate. Let's get into the carving station. There's some turkey over there. So I'll have some prime rib and brisket. Thank you. Let's get some shumai. Try a little sweet and sour pork. Just a little bit. Buttery looking mashed potatoes. Buttery is that. Get a couple of those. Nice looking onions. The pearl onions are nice. I'll get that. I think that's another plate. One of the specialties for the Bellagio dinner buffet are the snow crab legs. Can't wait to get into these. Let's see. Let's see how it's going to go here. Am I going to be lucky? Is it just gonna like slide right out? Look at that. You know when it just slides right out like that? That's a sign they are fresh for sure. Wow, super exciting. In addition to the crab legs and all the other seafood I've showed you so far, they even have some paella, comes with a mussel, some clams, some shrimp. It's a pretty hearty mix. Hey, I love a good clam. Scrumptious seafood. That's a pretty hearty plate of paella. Well, it just wouldn't be a buffet review without reviewing the carving station. They had some turkey and chicken, but I kind of passed on that because I wanted to get in the brisket and the prime rib. They also had some other sides here, like the shumai. Hey, my household is half Asian, so you know I like the dim sum for sure. Not bad, pretty tasty. Let's get into the brisket. Wow, pretty fatty cut of brisket. That is a hearty piece, my goodness. Oh, so tasty. Oh, this is outstanding brisket. Just the juicy, tender meat with that like silky layer of fat on there. Wow. I gotta say, they did good with the brisket. I don't know I'm going to be as excited about the prime rib because they kind of gave me the last piece, the end piece, and I didn't feel like waiting for another piece. So I said, all right, just give it to me. I got the end cut here. This is like the burnt ends. It does still look pretty tender. Let's see how it tastes. Actually, there's a nice little like peppercorn seasoning on this. On the crusty part, that makes it almost worthwhile. I'm glad I got the end cut for once. Pretty good. And even though this part of the meat is done a little bit more, because there's so much fat in here, it just makes it taste that much better. Delicious. Of course, I got some mashed potatoes. They look super buttery. Wow. Feel like it's just like silky and buttery and smooth. And it tastes so buttery too. Love these pearl onions. They had these fancy glazed carrots. I wanted to give it a try. Ah yes. It has that like candied taste to it. Very sweet. Good stuff. And we'll top it off with the sweet and sour pork. That's actually fresh. It's not dried out. Surprising. Last but not least, I got a little lamb steak here. Let's get into that. It's like sitting in gravy. The bone is on the end there. Let's see. That one's a little tougher to cut into. I don't know if it's because the meat is tough or it's just in this little teeny bowl and I'm using a butter knife. But let's see. There's a pretty good layer of gravy on this and it looks like it's about medium. Let's see how it tastes. I'm going to say fair. The meat's a little on the drier side. I'm surprised because it's sitting in that gravy. And I am guessing it was tough because it was just tough to cut through. But you know what? All the other food here was so good, I'm going to give them a pass on the lamb. That was a pretty big meal. Now it's time just for a few desserts and then call it good here. I like that they have macarons. Cappuccino flavored. Macaron's always a favorite. I have some cake pops here. I got a few different kinds. This one looks like pistachio. I'm going to give it a whirl. Oh yeah. I love pistachio flavored desserts. Absolutely delicious. You know what? Mrs. Explore Vegas, if she were here, she likes pistachio flavored desserts as well. And then there was tiramisu and carrot cake. I don't know why. I really don't feel like having much cake tonight. But the cake pops work for me. Some final thoughts on the Bellagio Buffet's holiday dinner feast. There were a lot of offerings present, from seafood to meats to desserts. The carving station had prime rib, brisket, roast beef, turkey, and rotisserie chicken. Unfortunately, there were no king crab legs, but there were snow crab legs. There was oysters on the half shell, oysters Rockefeller, salmon, sea bass, seafood paella, salmon and tuna poke, sushi, and many more seafood items. One of the highlights of the desserts were the macarons. They had a few different kinds as well. I didn't see the Oreo cheesecake, and I usually look forward to it here. They did have the creme brulee, and that's always a plus. I didn't see much difference between the holiday feast and the regular dinner that they serve all the time. The main difference I saw was the price was about $6 more than normal. Perhaps it was a holiday markup? I did speak to one of the managers to inquire about the king crab legs and the lobster. His response was that the king crab was not in season. There was some really nice seafood options available, but I do feel a few adjustments are necessary to justify their price point. Most customers would prefer premium seafood, for example lobster or king crab. They are less likely to favor salmon and tuna poke or sushi. If they remove some of the less desirable seafood and meat options and added some more desirable seafood options, they could probably increase the price even $5 or $10, and it would be justifiable, and they would also be more competitive with the Wynn and Bacchanal. I will say there was some nice value here, and I very much enjoyed my meal, and that still makes this an option for me. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, because the more you do that, the more YouTube shows our videos to new viewers. And remember, it's always a good day to explore Vegas.